Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 22 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. And we also have a new host, and we have three guests. And for the hosts, we have Morton and myself, Jason, aka Crazy Fox Only 51, which I'm gonna change my name later this year in November. And this is the first episode where we have more than one guest. And those guests in question is B-Man 15K or B-Man 15,000, same thing, so shut up. 10th Bandit and Retro Catalyst.
Just immediately, the immediate shut up about
Yeah.
that got me.
Breaking the fourth wall is funny
Fourth
when
wall.
there's comedic timing behind that. That's why Deadpool does it.
I see how this is going to start off already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fourth
roll
wall
up.
break. Let's talk about that. I'm joking.
Yeah, and almost. Of course, we all have like a story behind the names that we currently have now, and I am going to save that story for November because that's when I'm gonna have a rebranding. So this means that either this episode or the next episode, depending on what the future may hold, may be the last time you'll hear me go by the name Crazy Fox Only 51. Which, speaking of, which one of you wants to go first on explaining the context behind your name?
Retro first, ladies first.
No, man,
Yeah, ladies
no,
first.
No, I don't
Ladies
want
first.
it. Don't make, I just
You go
socially
first.
anxiety. Fuck
You
you
go
guys,
first.
I'm not doing this.
For
Bandits
shits and
Okay.
are
giggles, I'm
basically
gonna
the
try to roll a
whole
natural
leader.
20 just to convince you.
They're doing it.
Jokes,
They're doing it.
Jokes aside,
I volunteer bandit as tribute.
I mean, I could
the
start
judge
if you want
calls.
me to.
You go first.
Got that ass.
No. Free. Okay, so if I have to, fine. Retro Catalyst, like, if you guys that don't know, like, I was an Apex player, like, when I first started playing. That was, like, one of my favorite things. I was actually pretty good at it. But, basically, like, my whole thing is, like, I do everything that I do in life is, like, retro. I love, like, vinyl. I love starting old hobbies that people wouldn't really consider as something you would do nowadays or viable. Like, I loved candle making, using just free stuff like that, or just like that. I know I'm a weird person. I'm a crafty person. That's my kind of shit. But, yeah, so my name's kind of not really as game related, but it's kind of game related. So it's just this catalyst means the start of something. So the start of something retro, I want to bring those things back. That's basically what that means.
I don't blame you for that, and you are not a
Yeah.
crappy person.
No, I volunteer bandit because he didn't.
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
attack from that. Fuck you.
I'll go next. I'll go next. Do you want the reason why Bandit particular or why 10th Bandit?
No, we're getting the military story for this one. I want to hear this since you
None.
pressured me
God
first.
damn it. Fuck me, I
You're
guess.
so fucking bitch.
So, what some of you here and some of you who don't know, I was a service member in the United States Army. I had actually gotten my nickname Bandit during basic training. So, to keep this in friendly terms, we were in one of our last field events and everything, and our drill sergeant came and said, "Hey, we don't have enough MREs for breakfast. You're gonna have to go get it from the other companies." Which, during basic training, you have about 5 to 6 different companies all training together. We were ACO, and I think we went and raided Deco that night. So we went in. First we sat back and listened for a bit for Deco, because every time you go into an encampment, there's something known as a challenge and password, and it could be something completely fucking random, but you have to put it in a sentence, right? So like your challenge is like, I don't know, fucking polka dot, and the person at the gate would have to say, "Man, that's a very interesting polka dot, something or other that like first sergeant has," and the password could be like something else to get in. So it's like they would respond and be let into the camp. So we sat back and we listened and we figured out their challenge and password, and we had went in past the guards, and we looked back at them and go, "Hey, by the way, you're both dead." They went, "Fuck." And so there was about 3 or 4 of us that went into Deco's area and stole their MREs and brought them back to uh, RLMTV, which is a 6-wheeled vehicle, really big 6-wheeled truck, and loaded it in the back of it for breakfast. So in the morning, we're waking up and everything, and just all the other companies who had gotten their shit stolen that night were getting the dog shit smoked out of them. Like, they were fucking doing all these exercises and shit while fucking we in ACO were just sitting there having our fucking breakfast. One of the drill sergeants came by and go, "Hey, who led the fucking raid on Deco?" You know, one thing you're not supposed to do is lie. So, fucking I raised my hand like, "Yeah, that was me. I led the raid on Deco." He goes, "You goddamn bandit. That's your fucking nickname now." It's like, all right, cool, fuck it.
That is badass context on how you got your name. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
that's actually better than mine, actually.
Hell yeah.
I feel
And coming up,
like that's something we would do.
If you really think about it, if you really think about my name real quick, it's very simple of how I got it.
Let's save it after B-Man's name origin.
Well, mine's a bit more sentimental. So the first part, B, that's what my late grandpa used to call me. He used to just call me B instead of my entire name because it was quicker. So I decided to keep that in there. And the man part, I just added that one because I thought it would fit. I mean, it pretty much does. The 15,000 I threw on the end because, man, it's hard for me to remember shit. So can't remember why the 15,000, but it was there. So I put it there. Mine's shorter than the others, but it's more sentimental than most shit.
Yours is short.
That's about it for mine.
And I did also memorize that Morton did say that his name was like a basic one, which, speaking of, how did you come up with the name Morton 120?
With mine, it's kind of just. I wonder. With me, I was just trying to figure out what numbers I could put with my name because originally, back in like 2016 or 15, I was like, I'm getting tired of my name being Wolf Boy or stuff like that, so I changed it to.
Cringe.
I changed it to Morton because during that time I was playing a lot of Minecraft on the Wii U, and the Wii U had the Mario mashup pack, right? And with that, I'm like, you know what? Let's go with one of the Koopalings names, which that would be Morton. That's how I got the name. And I decided that'll be my name from now on. And then I took it out of that context, like out of the context of Mario, and made it into something that isn't, and just made it my own from there.
Hell yeah.
And it's now became a branding thing to where now it's you have Morton Music Productions, which I'm the man behind the music.
Yep.
Did Morton hear a who?
If
Funny you
That's
say
what you
that.
wanna
I
say.
watched that movie as a kid.
One of the best movies. I love it. I couldn't help get it out of my head.
Yeah, and from when Bandit was mentioned in figuring out a password, I was gonna make a joke about it, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna let him finish the rest of the story, and then I'll save that joke that's in my mind for later.
Wait, say it. I dare you. I dare you. Say it.
No, not yet.
He's
Just
too scared,
wait
that's why.
until the
Go to-
comedic timing is there, and then it will be funny. Nevertheless, like, I want to say it was B-Man's idea on how the V-Jects became a thing.
Yeah, but I still think Bandit's the leader. Just gonna be honest. B-Man's the brains, Bandit's the bronze.
What do you mean Bandit's the leader? Bandit's just the person who calls out shit.
Exactly. And you just sit there doing what you're told.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. Me, I'm in
I
that
let my
list too, bro.
ADHD chill. That's what I do.
Yeah, bro, like, bro's got the squirrel moments, as we call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got squirrel moments.
How'd you guys become
I
the V-Jects? And for
So
context for the audience, that is the name of their group.
Yes, it is. I don't know if you
So
want to tell it, Bandit, or
Yeah, let Bandit
well,
do it.
it all depends like where we all started, right? I mostly met. So how I met Retro was actually through TikTok. Retro was one of my followers on TikTok. Who actually over time became friends with, and I slowly mentored with her own content because she had her own questions when it came to content. And then when I met B-Man, I had met B-Man through a mutual of summer and winter. And became buddy buddy with B-Man. Now, the actual creation of the V-Jects, it's kind of like that, hey, fuck it, we're all small streamers. Why not just all team up together?
Yeah.
Work as a team, get the numbers up, and, grow as a group.
Like,
Mhm.
I don't blame
Even though
you
I'm
for
probably
that,
the
because
only
that's
person
something
who
I
doesn't.
do want to do with the buddies, to where it's like a big group of small content creators, and we help each other out in the best of our ability, to where we grow together, and we just have fun in the process. Because for me, I did mention this in episode 14 of this podcast, and in episode 5 of the Ghost Trick podcast, that I was in high school at the time I started to be a content creator. And November
Same
16th
here.
this year makes it 5 years on YouTube, and July 31st made it 4 years on Twitch.
Wow.
When I started content creating and when I met Retro was actually the tail end of my service. I only served from 2019 to I want to say 2023. No, 2022.
So this would mean that I was 15 at yeah, I was 15 at the time, and then I was 19 from when you pretty much became a veteran.
Yeah. And like I will admit, because during service I was having a really rough time. So I kind of used as like, content creation as like, hey, I'm just going to sit back and relax and everything and whatever happens happens.
Yeah.
Because it is hard to adjust from civilian life to military life and then vice versa. Uh, because just so much shit changes when you're there.
And as somebody who has veterans on my mom's side, I can relate to that part.
But Retro at that time was a very big help to me. And along the way of my whole TikTok content creations, I did meet a lot of great people at the time. Many have came and go, due to other issues. But I am happy for the ones who did actually decide to stay around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the group that we have is really nice. I mean, it's a support group essentially at the end of the day too. I mean, we're friends, we're a support group, and we're a group of gaming buddies at the end of the day, you know? It's
Yeah.
a nice mix of things. Like it's nice to know people have your back like that.
Yeah, I honestly agree with you on that one. And with how you mentioned that you met Retro through TikTok, I've met Morton through TikTok back in 2019. And I do not want to think about those times because it makes me cringe thinking about it.
Yeah. And during that time, yes, I was actually making music like I am now. It's just, it wasn't, I didn't make it on Spotify or any streaming services yet because I didn't have the money.
That
I
explains a
come
lot.
to realize now that to actually get somewhere, you just got to commit to doing it in a sense.
And having fun while you're at it, because if you don't do that,
Exactly.
then you'll lose your passion for it for sure.
Like,
That's why I've always made sure to like like see what the people want out of my music
and I did
because I
mention this.
enjoy listening to everyone's suggestions or what they have for what they could do for music wise.
Like, I memorized that you were like open to like the mind process on like making a theme song for each buddy's anniversary, and you started off with Blades and Shells, and
Mhm.
the first time I heard it, it felt like that something was missing, and I was like, what if there was like some cyberpunk styled beats and like, I'm gonna let you describe how you had the thought process because it's your creation, so it's your story to tell.
The way that I thought of it, I was like, well, given the fact that the buddies is kind of based off of like most of us are like me and Crazy are like ones who people who love what's the word for it? Post-apocalyptic kind of stories.
Yes.
I based it off of that. That's why I gave like a more darker tone towards it. And then as soon as you mentioned like something was missing from it, that's when it hit me. There's more than just me and Crazy part of this. So I went back, I added a synthesizer to it, and asked for everyone's opinion from there. Everyone liked the synthesizer, and the fact that the darker tone of the theme still resides in the song makes it have a hidden tone inside of the theme.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And plus, the anniversary theme was the Shovel Gang versus Ladder Gang, and there's a and the lore behind that is that they were both memes from two different games, which it's pretty much like a nothing too crazy type of lore. It's just like a fun idea that we thought of at the spot, which is that for the Shovel Gang, if you guys played Left 4 Dead 2, we would fight zombies with shovels, and we would call ourselves the Shovel Gang whenever more than one person has a shovel. And for the Ladder Gang meme, we would spam the ladder climbing in the airship map in Among Us. So, and from that, I was thinking to myself, what do I want to do for ideas? And then back from the second anniversary, I was like, you know what? Let's make a poll. And whichever theme gets the least amount of votes is what the theme is going to be for the 2026 drop, because we had plans for the 2025 drop, which it's still
Mommy's
around,
home.
but availability
I
is
heard Mom.
extremely limited.
Go.
There's coffee.
Okay.
There's
And
coffee.
as for what is planned for later on down the line, there's going to be a merge collaboration, but our lips are sealed until October 20th, because that would be a good way to build hype for the 4th anniversary. And plus, I've been making small preparations for 2026. Nothing too major exactly yet. I just want to focus on the small stuff first.
Nice.
All things you want
And
to focus on.
That's cool.
I will say this much. We are having a Mirrorgate theme for New Year's 2026. And then we're going to have another meme of the group be turned into merch. Which we have the cheese smoking meme for April, because it's a funny way to celebrate 420. And
Hell yeah.
the story behind that was that I jokingly used a cheese stick as a cigarette, and I was lighting an actual lighter on the edge of the cheese stick. And Rose ended up taking a screenshot of it, which I'm not gonna lie, the timing is legendary. And we were like, nah, fuck tobacco, my homies be smoking cheese. And
That's
I said I
hilarious.
was smoking cheese for a joke, and I actually got it turned into a meme, which I find it funny. Like, I have a photo of it in my phone because
I am proof. I'm just
Isn't
kidding.
there like a sticker in the buddy server about it?
yes.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Like, hold on. I know it's in my phone somewhere. And it was back from 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. And while I am at it, the Motor Rican meme, I accidentally said Motor Rican instead of Mortician from when I was like saying what my role was, from when I was like, hear me out, I am this role. There it is. This was the meme. Nah, fuck tobacco, my homies be smoking cheese.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't actually smoke because I am not gonna fuck up my lungs to where it's like a nasty black, and I've seen what tobacco
That's
can do to
wacky
people.
tobacco, not the marijuana.
Bruh.
Get bad habits.
You have
I'm-
no proof, Kenny.
Yeah. And
Go back to our streams and have plenty proof.
Shut up. My
We need
lungs are
fueling
perfectly
Bengals and
fine
vapes.
after like 30 minutes.
All you
Yeah,
hear in
and
the
then-
background is the
and as a
hopping.
way to poke fun at you, I'm gonna say this much: your wife adopted me.
No shit. That makes you my child.
That makes you my bitch.
Technically, yes.
Children should be seen and not heard. Kidding.
Your ass is asking to
I
get
don't.
punched.
I don't want to know the context behind that, but
It was something that was.
If you want to fight with one-handed weapons, hit me up. Not with
You don't wanna
actual
do
ones,
that.
just prop ones.
That's why you don't want to do that
one-handed
with me.
weapons.
Like I'm talking swords, knives, any
Well,
type of one-handed.
It depends
blade.
on the sword, though. Depends on the sword, though, because if it's a short sword, definitely one-handed.
Yeah, that's why I rock out a short sword in most fantasy games I play. Like, I would like rock out like a one-handed sword in Skyrim, and on my left, I just use magic. So I'm a battle mage in Skyrim.
Fuck yeah, that's the only way to go, man.
Hell yeah.
That or cannibal. That's a fun way too.
And
IRL, I
I
prefer
honestly
more
don't know
Katana.
what my build would be for Fallout exactly yet, because I have the original Fallout games on Epic and New Vegas on stream.
Did you get the bundle
Steam, and
thing
I
too,
do
like
want to
the
play
nuke thing?
4 at some point.
I got that little mini nuke thing that comes with all of the Fallouts, so like I have all of them on Steam too. So I need to play them at some point.
Yeah, on
There you go,
Steam, I
Retro.
just have
Stream idea.
V-Jects for now.
What's the stream idea? Would you say, B-Man?
Playing those games.
Yeah, I definitely could.
Yeah.
Be solo though, unless you fucking find a mod that makes it.
And if anybody
I
says
wish.
that anybody in a poly relationship is not happy in their relationship, I would argue that it
These two.
depends on who you meet.
Nah,
I
we
was
just
gonna
make
take
fun of
these
it.
two for example.
Yeah, like
We just make fun of Bandit for it.
yeah, Bandit is the best example in this case because he's in a poly relationship. Like he has both a wife and a girlfriend. Well, technically two, but you get what I'm saying.
I have 3 women in my life.
I have
How'd you
none.
become a ladies' man?
I
I
blame
went
wife
to the
number
military,
one.
came out, and got suckled.
The context I gave after he said that just I have none.
I definitely blame wife number
I'm
one.
sorry.
For the
It always starts with one. It's like a puppy.
Yeah, like we had an accidental derail, but it ended up being funny.
It's the whole baby train moment,
With
but for
one day.
wives.
I don't know why. It doesn't matter how hard you try.
I tried so hard.
no,
Yeah,
with the
something.
poly relationship, I met my main partner when I was just getting out of service.
Mhm.
Uh,
Of course
our,
you
my
did.
second, our second partner was a friend for a very long time, and she said she liked me and my main partner. Like, all right, cool, let's give it a try. And so far, it's worked out pretty damn well. And then the second partner wanted to add a third partner, which because with her not, being close to us, she wanted to actually have someone that could be there physically with her, and she introduced us to the girl and everything, and she was actually pretty nice, and very good with the communications and everything, and so far that's worked out with just all 4 of us. We kept it as a closed poly.
Yeah, and from when it was like a bigger poly, there was like one person that you ended up breaking up with because of shit that they've done behind the scenes that is a recipe for controversy. And I don't even have to say the name, and you know who I'm talking about.
With all that went down, I'm not gonna talk about it because it's done, it's over with type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy of where I'm at now with the individuals that I'm with.
And your friends.
Yeah, I didn't
And
want
my
to start
friends.
any unnecessary drama, which was why I avoided saying the name of the individual in question.
With that, but what happened, and yeah, fucking shit goes down, but it doesn't make me think less of others because of that situation.
Yeah, like I did also memorize that I gave context to you guys about the game night incident of 2024, but I don't want to like start any unnecessary drama with that. But I
Understandable.
honestly do want to shed some light about that situation at some point because it was so bad that it was a recipe of controversy. And if they end up facing controversy for their actions after the context is given, all I'm going to say is they reap what they sow.
Yep.
What happens. Shit does happen in relationships, but there's plenty of
I'm
fish
not
in the
just talking
sea
about
for
I'm not
others.
just talking about relationships. I was like also talking about former friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and the metaphorical shit can hit the metaphorical fan every time sometimes.
definitely.
And the part that I was upset about was that from when they from now was stopped, they did that just to cover their tracks. I'm not gonna let that shit slide any longer if they end up doing something like that again. Like, that is not the type of group that I would want.
When it comes to like situations, what happened. We move on. We learn.
Yep.
We become stronger, better, faster.
Sometimes.
I
mean,
don't
Oni,
know if
you're-
there's a reference that I'm missing, but something tells me that it can be from anything.
Well, Oni, you were there for that situation, and you've seen that it hasn't stopped me from creating my content.
Yeah, no, like, it didn't stop you, and as for me, when it comes to other situations I've been a part of behind the scenes, like, for example, from the Chroma Quest incident of 2024, my old Discord account was hacked to where I took a 1-month hiatus for safety reasons.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
Doing what you need is important.
And for me, on the other hand, I will say this. I do have a medical condition. That's why I do have to take hiatuses sometimes on my own channel.
Yeah, like,
Which is understandable. You
For
know,
me, it's-
self-care is the biggest thing that we can do as content creators. If you're not taking care of yourself, that's a big no-no.
yeah, like, if
And
you're
also
trying
knowing when to ask
to
for
burn
help
your,
too.
if you're like trying to burn yourself out to where, or like you're at the point of I feel tired to where I need to take a step back, you're not doing content creation right. Like, that's why if most people say that if you have time to take breaks to where they are needed, they are not pushing the right way, which we're calling bullshit on that. Because take Corey Kenshin for example, like, he, like, of course, like, he's been on like a good chunk of content, and whenever burnout is coming, he would take a few months off, and the last time he was on a hiatus, he was on a 1-year hiatus. And at the time, the last time that we saw him was from when he reacted to the trailer to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I saw that movie in theaters at the time, and the part where he says, "Why do I always get the weirdos?" The correct answer
Why do
that
I
I
always
gave
get
is
the
because you're a
weirdos?
YouTuber.
It is YouTube.
And I was
YouTube is crazy
also
people.
talking to other FNAF fans in the theater at the time, and there were some that were in Five Nights at Freddy's cosplays, which I'm not gonna lie, if you see somebody being in a cosplay of that franchise in question, you know it's going to be a big hit. And I guarantee you, it's gonna happen again for Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Which I'm excited to see how FNAF 2 comes out and plays. Not only because of of course the great actor of Matthew Lillard, but also
And Josh
they're
Hutcherson.
bringing back. They are bringing the second killer from the first Scream to the FNAF series, which I'm actually very excited to see how that plays out.
This.
Nice.
Are you
That should
talking
be pretty
about
cool,
Matthew
honestly.
Lillard or the different guy?
The other guy, Matthew Lillard. If you've watched the first Scream, how there was 2 killers.
Yeah, I've watched
One was Matthew.
I've watched both the first and the remake of Scream.
Well, I'm talking about the first one where it actually has Matthew Lillard in it.
Yeah.
Him and the one who played as his accomplice, Stumaker. The actor who played Stumaker, is actually coming to FNAF 2 with Matthew Lillard, which I myself am very excited to see how that turns out.
Yeah, you and I are the horror enthusiasts out of all of us 5 in this podcast episode.
I mean, also Retro enjoys her horror movies when she only certain ones though.
I mean, I
like
like
all
my
of them,
horror.
unless
It's
it's
just
got like that
much as
mannequin. Pretty much.
Speaking of,
That's the one
Retro,
I'm
what was your
thinking.
first horror movie? Mine was Jeepers Creepers.
Can it count as sci-fi horror?
Horror is horror.
If it lies in the in general horror genre, yes.
Okay, does Aliens count then?
Yeah.
So AVP would have been my first one then.
So Aliens versus Predator.
E.
Yeah, to be
Other than that,
honest,
I'd
I
still
would
probably
rather
Chainsaw.
play the game than watch the movie because I have not heard good things about the movie.
Shame on you.
Fuck
You know,
Take it
the
as
movies
you wish.
existed before the game, so you can't talk shit about something like that. Like, I get having the perspective of like, okay, well, if I played the game, I may not want to know what the movies are like, but some of us
that's-
only had the movies. You like, you son of a bitch. Like,
that's just like watching the movie before reading the book.
yeah.
Exactly. Like
No, I do that all the time.
That's the exact same thing.
I
It's
have
like
no excuse on that.
funny you say that. I've read all of the Harry Potter books, but I've never watched all the movies.
so here's the thing. Like, I know some people are gonna diss about this, but I don't like the new like I think it was on Amazon or some shit. Like the new Percy Jackson they made.
I didn't watch
doesn't-
it. It looked disgraceful.
Yeah, dude. No, even the freaking trailers were bad. Like, the Thunderbolt was in the backpack? No, bitch, it's in the shield.
Yeah,
It's in the shield in the book.
even
first-
I
in
completely-
the first Percy Jackson
20th
movie,
Century Fox movie,
The Lightning
it was
Thief.
in the Shield.
Yeah,
Like,
the first movie, The Lightning Thief, was an actual better representation than the new one they just made.
I wonder if it's something like they had to make it creatively different from the other ones due to copyright reasons of some sort. Like,
if that's
And the kid
in it looks
case,
like
he's,
then
like,
that would
10.
make sense, but at the same time, not a good narrative choice.
Well,
mm,
see, that's
No.
the thing, though. If you're given the okay to make the movie, then make the movie how the movie's supposed to be.
well,
Exactly.
what if it's
Don't
like with
disrespect
Marvel
the
Comics
source
or DC
material,
Comics
like-
though, where they say, hey, you can't make this or without having gotten the character writer's permission, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
That's
how
the
they
thing.
did Deadpool,
Movies
where they had his fucking mouth sewn shut.
and when
The
it
Wolverine,
comes to
the Wolverine movie.
No, the first one where they had his mouth sewn shut and it was just like a piece of.
Origin.
No,
That's what it was.
was it? Was it the
Yes.
Wolverine?
That was
yeah,
Origins.
Yeah,
yeah,
that one.
I
That
haven't seen
people
that
were
one.
so
I've
pissed
only
about that
seen
Deadpool.
the original X-Men movie, and I am caught up on the Deadpool movies before I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters at the time it was in theaters.
That was so worth seeing in theaters.
I agree. And it's still good to this day.
I'll be honest, I have yet to see the Wolverine Deadpool movie yet, but I
Seriously?
do plan to see it.
All I'm gonna
You
Man,
have to
all I'm
watch the
gonna
after
say is
credits.
you're missing out. Do yourself a favor, watch all the Deadpool movies, and then watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Or I've watched all the Deadpool movies. It's just I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet.
Yeah,
Just make
Like,
sure you watch the
I'm
after
sure
credits.
it
That's
costs
all
like
I gotta
$4
say.
to rent on
yeah.
Amazon
The after credits
Prime,
of
bro.
that movie is funny. With how Bandit hasn't
Uh-huh.
seen it, the best way I can describe it without giving
Don't,
spoilers.
don't. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, the best way
We
I
ain't
can
gonna give
describe it without
spoilers.
giving in the spoilers is that it's a fun multiverse movie that is a cameo fest.
Plus, the main reason why I haven't seen it, because I know it's pretty much out on the streaming services now, is because like all these other shows have been popping up. You know, all these other
Oh yeah, a
good
bunch
movies.
of good shit's out right now too. Yeah.
Like me and the wife have actually been watching Aliens Earth, and
Yeah, as it comes out. Why does
yeah,
it? Why is it doing it like that? I can't. Like the whole reason you go to streaming services is so that you could watch it all at once.
Yeah,
We got
you gotta be
about-
able to binge it.
we got to think about too. There's certain time schedules, budgets, and everything, or maybe when they post that one, they're already working the next one, and
The reason why it usually works that way is that if it's on live TV, they've released it one at a time, and then by the time it's on the streaming services, then we get them all at once. But when it's done like this, we're getting them at the same time as it's aired on TV, so that's why we get the delay. We're not special.
And yeah.
fucking Aliens Earth, you know,
All of
for
it, though.
an Aliens, you know, universe show, it is actually really fucking good. because it explains a lot of like, hey, lots of this shit goes on, and it actually, my wife had actually found like the timeline of Aliens Earth, within like the whole Aliens universe, which Aliens Earth actually takes place. I want to say just after Prometheus, not Prometheus, Aliens Covenant,
Yeah, I haven't
and
watched the Alien or Predator movies at some point, but I do want to get into them.
they
It's
are
worth it. There is an order you want to follow though, because like you don't need to, but you'll find these little Easter eggs that you wouldn't have known if you didn't watch it in those orders. That's what's neat about it.
Are we talking movie order or are we talking chronological order?
Movie order for I can't remember what the difference is. It's not the order that they were released in, but the order that it follows in timeline.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
with the
chronological.
Conjuring, to give a demonstration, I've seen The Nun 1, Annabelle Creations, and The Nun 2. So this means that I'm 3 movies in so far in chronological order.
I will say this: when it comes to like the Alien movies or the Predator movies, the Predator movies are more action based movies, while the Aliens are more geared towards horror.
So basically what you're
And
saying
AVP
is
is a
that
mix of both.
Predator is action horror.
Yes.
Well, it's more action than horror, but
Slasher.
yes.
That's what they call those ones, I believe.
Yeah, slasher is a good word for it.
Yeah.
But if you want the true horror experience of like that whole genre, watch Aliens.
Yeah, like, can I just give one example that it doesn't really spoil even anything, but it was just one scene that it even got the cast, like, because the director didn't tell them. That's just all I'll say. The director didn't tell them what the scene was going to be like or what was going to happen, and it basically made one of the women have PTSD to where she still hates the director to this day.
That's
No,
wild.
I think I
Yeah.
know what scene you're talking about.
You know
Is it
exactly which one.
the chest buster scene in the
Yeah,
cafe?
it's one of the chest bust. No, it's the operation room one.
I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
It was the very first time they did this. Yep,
Yeah, I was thinking of the cafe scene
that's a
because
good
there was
one
like a
too.
React video that I've seen where there were some people that were doing a try not to get scared, and if their heart rate gets too high, they're out.
Well, the
And it
thing
was a
was is
clips of horror movies too.
when they did like the Aliens movies, like starting off, a lot of it was pretty much costumes, right? Costumes and practical effects. Now, as the movies, progressed over the ages, they've actually done a lot better with their movies.
Mhm.
CGI and all that
CGI
jazz.
and practical effects have like been stepping up
Yeah,
when it comes to modern movies, but when it
if you
comes
like
to
practical
having
effects, they.
graphic imagery in R-rated movies, you cannot beat practical effects over CGI.
That's
Oh,
true.
agreed.
And if you like that, then you'll love the newer. I can't Bandit. It's I don't remember if it's the newest one. What was the one that was on? They were on the ship. It had that taller.
Oh,
Um.
I know.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
actually,
So that was actually a person, dude. That trips me
yeah,
out. Like, what
that
the
was actually a
fuck?
guy in costume because they
Like,
wanted that true horror
Oh
experience
yeah.
with that character.
no, no. Like,
Speaking of horror, do any of you guys know any analog horrors?
let's see. I've watched
In what
some, but
way?
Uh, in the sense of analog horrors, like
I'd say I
the
have.
man in the suit.
A man in the suit.
not that much. I used to watch sometimes with my friend, but like my main thing is if you want to talk like analog type stuff like that was like SCP Foundation more in videos. I love that stuff.
They're still actually coming
Yeah.
out with those, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's technically an infinite possibility for SCPs.
Yeah, anytime somebody writes a story, they can add it to that.
And when it comes to what's planned for 2026, I honestly do think that next year's lineup for horror game season cinema is going to be peak. And in this order, on what's planned, there is Ghostbusters, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Thing, and Terrifier.
That's pretty good.
And
What?
I've seen the first two, the Thing and Terrifier. I have not seen them, but I am interested in seeing them.
And since we're on the topic of horror, Oni, I think you remember when you took me into the VR chat horror map, right?
Are you talking about Backspace or Night Terrors?
Whichever one we went into that one time together.
Yeah, I remember
When I was
that
testing
we
out VR
went
chat.
into both, but we ended up switching
As
to
you can
Night Terrors
tell-
because you weren't able to continue Backspace for some reason.
I don't. Was it that?
Yes.
I don't know. I just remember not being that scared in either one.
If you like want a fun horror map to be scared in, play the Smile Room.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, like everybody says that the Smile Room is the scariest map in VR chat, which I honestly do agree with that, but I don't necessarily think it is the best horror map, and that's just me. Because I've seen my
Just
fair
fuck
share
around on
of
VR
good and
chat.
bad horror
Okay.
maps.
Because I live under a rock, can people please explain this fucking hype with VR chat? I really don't fucking get it.
You should know, Retro. You know
I
how
know
like
what it is, but I don't fucking get it.
I know, but you know how like when we're not really feeling social, we'll just hang out, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing there, and just be able to do like games and shit like you normally would with friends and shit.
Yeah.
It's basically like Discord, but virtually avatared.
Okay, I will admit, like
So
I
like,
know.
it's also what the fuck was its name? That fucking PC one. It's not Firestorm. That's the application I used to run it.
Skype.
Second Life.
Omegle.
By
Is
what
it like that?
Omegle.
by what I know, Second Life is actually still a very popular thing.
Yeah, I had done a lot of that back at one point, but I mean, that was like when I had no friends and nobody to chat with.
Except like nowadays, when it comes to VR chat, you're just able to do like more than you can in Second Life, or more you can do
Okay.
in like you can actually like play like fucking like actual games and other shit.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
like people can even
Like-
have people make their make a model for themselves and
But
shit like that.
easy way to explain it. Retro, Ready Player One.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yep, I got you. Dude
Ready
knows I
Player
know
One is the
allergies.
best way that we can describe VR chat in a nutshell.
Mhm.
I get in allergies, and yep, I get it.
And coming to think about it, like, when it comes to, like, the life story on what life was like as a content creator, how we started, and then what it's like now, which one of you three would like to go first? Retro went first from when the name context was given, so she's safe, so it's between B-Man and Bandit.
Again on the
I
question.
think Bandit went second, so I think B-Man should have to go this time.
Can you say again on the question, please?
You got to repeat your last.
What do you mean repeat my last?
Say again your last. Bandit knows what I'm trying to say.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, when it comes to the idea of, like, sharing, like, our life story and, like, what life was like before being a content creator, how we started, and what it's like now, which one of you wants to go first? Retro's safe because she went first on the name context.
No, B-Man should go.
You.
Alright.
Fuck you.
Alright, B-Man, the floor is yours, and we are all ears.
So. Oh, what was it? I think mine started maybe a year or something after I was being head mod for summer. But most of what it was I was just getting out of. This was like maybe 3-4 months before I had just gotten out of high school. I just went straight into the workforce because I didn't like school, so I didn't go to college.
What
I didn't
the?
go to college either, if it helps.
Yeah, I was just starting out at this one place. They said they were going to pay for my college, but then came the crackdown on jobs where they were firing a bunch of people. And since I was new, I was just slowly working my way into speed. So I was just trying to learn everything first. And with my memory, which Retro and Bandit can acknowledge for this, I have a hard time remembering shit. It was basically hard for me to remember where some shit went. Like it'll take me a week to remember how to drive back and forth without a map to certain work locations when I was working that job. So yeah, it was like really hard. So I wasn't being fast enough at all for them. So I got let go. Then I was out for like a few months of a job. Decided to start Doom watching on Twitch and met Summer and then all that community. I think I met Summer through Maple probably. And then it comes around to me just watching Summer and then putting in a mod application and magically becoming head mod, being the youngest person. And keep in mind, I'm only 20 right now. So
I'm 21, so you're not that young.
no, I only just turned 20, like August until 20.
We have the same birth month, so
Yeah, but mine was the 7th.
and mine was the 17th. And if you think that you're
10
the
days after me,
youngling,
plus a year.
you met HP, who's one of the recent new members of the Buddies who joined earlier this year, is the youngest member of the group. He turned 18 back in April.
But like, I was also kind of a rebel, so I was in Summer's chat when like I wasn't 18. So, and then like I became a mod as I turned 18. So, but you know how
Did she
kids
even
are.
know? Did she know?
I think she knew afterwards, but from my speech patterns and how I talked, I was more mature than most kids my age. So I think it was fine. But anyway, back to the important part. Sometime after that, it was when I decided to get this PC that I'm running. Once I got that, about maybe a month or two after, maybe not even that, I started streaming because I was like, you know what? Let's try it. I can't remember the first game I played. What was that? I cannot remember for the life of me.
The first game
Trying to
that
think.
I played was Minecraft and Among Us.
I wonder if it's on my first page. I can't remember if I saved a highlight for it or not. So the furthest back highlight I have is from December 8th. Maybe, yes. December 8th, 2024. It was 2 hours and 14 long. Apparently, that one was with Bandit. So I know I started way sooner than that. But anyway. It was sometime before that, and I can't remember what game I played. I wish there was a way to where it would tell you about it. But it slowly started, got up to speed, slowly kept climbing. And then I was on the affiliate grind for a while, and then they decided to change the rules. And right after them changing the rules, boom, I was affiliate. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like, they used to have it to where you need 50 followers, and they changed it to where you need 25. So it's good to see that Twitch changed it to where it's easier to become a Twitch affiliate.
I think I was fine with the followers, I think it was
How many active
yeah,
viewers?
I think it was the concurrent viewers
Yeah, the
was the main
concurrent
thing.
viewers part, that's a pain in the ass to deal with. And that's coming from somebody who has 4 years of experience on Twitch.
Or like the average viewers, which it takes that from like the 30-day performance. So like before I was getting like almost 60 hours in a month or something like that because I was streaming almost every day. But as of the last 30 days, I only have like 25 hours worth of content that I've streamed according to my thing here. So like it's been slowing down, but that's mainly because I've been having like health problems and shit. Some health scares and all that jazz. But
God, no. I'm only saying that because I saw like on Minecraft just my friend's thing say, "Oh yeah, these people's appearance have changed." I'm scared.
but yeah, recently it's been slower, but I've gotten a few new followers and they'll slowly trickle in.
Yeah.
At least one of us is hoping to hit partner sometime so that we can actually make our group a group.
Yeah, I honestly want to do the same thing for the buddies at some point, but I know I have a long road ahead, so I want to wait until I'm at least 10,000 followers for that to happen. And like what I said, I have a long road ahead for that to happen.
Yeah, like right now for like for the path to partner, I had to stream for 12 hours, stream on 12 different days, which I got the 12 different days down. The 25 hours, I'm like 24.56. The average viewers, which is crazy, of 75 viewers, I'm only at 1.54. I am way down there. So it's going to take a while, but we'll strive.
You're right.
And the joke I've told both Banda and Retro, I could swear if I threw on a pair of titties and it had a girly voice, I'd be there by now.
Oh shit.
That's facts, though.
Yeah, it's bad.
Style, just get in a hot tub. You got this.
You gotta have a swimsuit on though, otherwise it doesn't count. You gotta be at a beach too, so
I mean, can
or
we
whatever
really
it
call
is.
what she's wearing a swimsuit?
No, it's just a piece of fabric.
Oh no. Not the fabric, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, I've also been doing accents for a while. I crack Retro up with
my favorite. It's my absolute favorite.
It's your favorite, mate. Is that so?
That emo war.
The emu war. You gotta emphasize it. Ooh, the emu.
Yeah. You gotta tell us about it, man.
Maybe on another time.
Like, yeah, you gotta do like a 20-second one later before the stream's over. You gotta show people how the emus got killed
Streaming
Oh.
off.
wise,
The
whenever it
emus
comes to
never got killed
streaming
off.
wise,
They survived. We ran out of first.
I can say like for streaming, I can confidently say that I'm still very new because I really don't have no clue what I'm doing sometimes.
Yeah, you
And it
started
shows
2
in
months
some
ago.
it shows because I have moments where it's legit just scuff.
Yeah, I need
But
to.
I'm pretty sure everyone has those moments.
Yeah, we also have those moments, but I feel like I also need
but
to.
I'm a professional scuff lord.
Yeah, I also need to like
Jeez, you're gonna get
I'm
up
a
there
Don't
to
know what
trailer.
where
scruff
Llama is
means,
at some
y'all.
point.
Somebody explain.
What?
Huh?
Don't want me. I asked what the fuck does scuff mean?
Technical issues.
Okay.
Technical issues, problems with like your model or some shit.
Gotcha,
Like
gotcha.
when shit's not loading properly, that's considered
They
scuff.
fucked up.
Or if you forget to download update a game before you stream.
Yeah, that
What happened
happened
to
once
saying
with Dead
things
by
like I
Daylight when
goofed, I
Springtrap
messed
came
up,
out.
I fucked up. Like
Yeah,
I
or-
made sure I'm like that's why because I'm starting to like play Weathering Waves on like my on stream. I make sure every time I play like a game like that, I always have it updated before anything because I don't want to have an incident like Amelie.
Yeah, and
Wait,
like,
what was the Amelie
uh,
incident?
She got a game and she didn't download it before stream.
oh my
What was
god,
the
So
game?
I don't know. I don't remember, but it was like it was a game that both I think Joel and I don't know a lot of other VTubers that she collabs with were playing, and because of this, and due to how many moments she's had of scuff, you know what she was deemed by her own chat.
The Scuff Queen.
Now, guess what I was deemed with my friend, with my friend group.
Mm.
what?
I was deemed the Scuff King.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right. And from what
That's
B
I
not
had
can't.
bored.
said, I wanted to like hear the rest of his story first before I
Mhm.
add up to this. I also met Summer through Maple, and then I met you through Summer. And
yeah,
of course, like with Summer, she was known as Frost and Winter VT at the time I met her. Like
hmm
she followed me first, and then I followed her back a few months later because I didn't know that she was one of my followers.
yeah.
And she was in my suggested channels list at the time.
I think it was I think it was one of Maple's what are they called? Shout out Sundays that she has.
Yeah, shout out Sundays, or it also like I don't. Who's in Mabel's suggested channels list? I need to.
Probably most of her something stupid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because a good chunk of what's in my suggested channels list is other content creators that I'm friends with. Let alone ones that I hang out with a good chunk of times.
Mhm. And funny thing is, I think I was on your stream whenever whenever I met Summer because I'm like, you know what? You decided to raid someone, and the person you chose was Summer, I believe.
I don't
Crazy.
remember if it was Summer or her wife Winter at the time. But at the end of
So
the day, it's still the same stream channel, so.
the people who I got on there is Summer and Winter,
Have you eaten?
Bacon Bite
No,
Live,
not
who's
yet.
my
Maybe go
cousin,
get some food.
I will.
Scrap and
Hey,
Kraken,
chill out.
Absent
Go.
Rain, Tiny Gremlin Art, I Am Blackhawk, Lady Mizuki 8, Lurking
Would you
Yoshi,
turn off my
Retro,
light?
and Bandit. You have some issues over there, Morton.
It's family.
You must have heard a hoodie. I'm not gonna let you down on this one. I'm sorry.
And a lot of people are probably wondering what the axolotl is doing in the corner. That is Fred.
I ate Friday,
He's a
just so
friend.
you know.
Fred is there. So there's one day I was freaking out in the parking lot of Walmart where I was working. Fucking there's this Crazy Aaron's thinking putty. It was one of the mystery ones laying out by my car for some reason. I fucking pick it up peel it to see what kind it was. And it was a fucking Pearl Paradise one. I'm like, oh, cool, free shit. So I open it up, and there's this little axolotl keychain thing. And I'm like, you know what? Your name is Fred. You're coming with me. Put him on a keychain with my dog tag and fucking called it a day. Like, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
So I haven't worn that keychain or that necklace for a while. So I need to wear it again. But then again, with my long hair, it gets in the way.
And if the name Orkasuki rings a bell for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
that was how I met Maple at the time. Like, Maple was given a shout out in Orca's chat, and then I was like, you know what? With how Maple's in my suggested channels list, I may as well drop a follow, and I'll tune in when I get the chance to do so. And
Yeah, but
you first.
So most of my story is basically there. We're just digging in details right now. That's basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
And how I met Maple at the time, she was hosting. Weeboo, back from when he was a member of Something Stupid, was hosting a Goose to Goose Duck community night. And I was streaming at the time, and I was like, is anybody else besides me streaming? And they said that Weeboo was streaming, and I was like, alright, bet, if he's streaming, I'll drop a follow if I'm not following him. And I did.
hey Oni, might I nitpick a little bit? Weebo.
Yeah,
The
I
O
know
is
he's not a member
emphasized.
of Something Stupid, which is why I mentioned that he was a member at the time.
Yeah. Seeing if I can find their little thingy here.
Between Bandit and Retro, who do you want to go next on the life story part?
Let me go out real quick so I can take a dab break real quick after this. So, if you don't mind, Bandit.
That's fine.
Okay, for me, before I started streaming and doing stuff like that, and that was before I met Bandit, it was kind of not the best relationship or place at that point. I didn't really like leaving the house. I mean, I still don't like leaving the house, but at least I get out and take pictures of birds now. But back then I was playing a lot of War Thunder with Bandit. We're always practicing strategies. He was teaching me how to play better, but also how to edit better at that time. And I've kind of always been less of the I don't stream as much, but I prefer to do edits or posts like that. Um, I'd like to get back to doing streaming, but I haven't done that as much. But I mean, like, if it wasn't for having Bandit in this group and B-Man here, I mean, I don't think I would still do my posts, still get on the game and do things like that. I mean, gaming's fun and all, but I mean, seriously, is it fun without friends?
That's a good point, actually.
There's some games I cannot play without either you or Bandit there. I'm like, it's boring.
I mean, even single player games get like I've played Skyrim for a long time. I have thousands of hours on that game. I mean, but I think eventually you can, for me at least, I can say I've gotten tired of playing games to that extent. I miss the just chatting with people or being with people. So it's more connection based for me that as for streaming and my social media side.
Okay, what? What I miss out on?
Miss out on everything. Just kidding.
The answer is
Okay.
yes.
Yep. The answer is yes.
Yes.
UFO.
I was all ears while you were explaining your story, which I kept my mouth shut and I wanted to wait until you were done to add some commentary.
Oh yeah, feel free.
Yeah. And outside of podcasts and content creator stuff, I'm moving rooms. in either December or next month, March, because my roommates ended up moving into a new apartment, and I'm happy for them about that. And where their room used to be is where my new room is going to be at. And the reason on the why it's going to be between December to next March is because my parents do want to wait until the funds are there for a new wardrobe and a barn sliding door. And they're planning on upgrading their bed, but they also do want to give
You
their
live on a
current bed frame to me for by time when they upgrade their bed.
Do you live on a farm?
What was that?
Do you live on a farm?
No.
What?
I can say I
What?
barn sliding
technically
doors?
Yeah, you said that. That's why I asked. I just didn't know if you meant like on your like in your house or like a farm.
Nope, it's in
Just
the
need
house.
clarification.
I can say for me at least, I technically do.
Oh yeah.
I
With
did
no
not know that.
judgment there. I wish I could live on a farm.
I the reason why I say I technically do is because I live in basically the Great Plains, which
That's
is
cool.
farmland.
And if we were to think about like where we've lived at logically, I pretty much live in Shrek's swamp.
T-Shrek
If you guys know
So
how
you can
swamp.
Florida
canonically
is, you'll understand the joke because Florida used to be a big ass swamp.
Mhm. Which I've actually been to Florida before.
Yeah, last time
Actually, recently.
last time I went out of state was 2017 from when I went to go see my family on my dad's side. And I haven't gone out of state in 8 years.
Last year's whenever I went. It went to Florida.
Yeah, next time if you come
Because,
to Florida, I would love to meet you in person at some point.
yeah, the thing is, you've only seen my face on TikTok. That's it.
I've seen it
I
at least once from when we
outside
were
of it.
hanging out. Like, if
Mhm.
I memorized correctly, you said that you don't show your face, but from when you made the anniversary comment for the second anniversary, you made it in an exception.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't have, like, all the things for what I want to do yet. Because I want to do my own, like, because I kind of want to hide my face on, like, actual, like, streaming and stuff. The best way I want to do that, while also embodying the characters that are the main face of my streams and music, is making a VTuber model for that. And judging by how people take it now, it's very they don't look down upon you because of it. It's just a way of hiding your face without having to show your face.
Yeah.
And I do have lore for both those characters too. It's just I want to create also like a story for it too. It's just the way that I want to do this story is actually have voice acting. Of course, I will do like the the male character, which is Gleamir,
Yeah, I honestly do want to
and
get into voice acting at some point. Like, I know the
and
basics, it's just
for
there's some enhanced stuff that I have trouble with.
for the female character, the which is Gulimir's daughter in actual lore, Nadine. She is. I just need to find like pair up with somebody to see if I could actually collab with someone if to do Nadine's voice. That's the only thing that that I need more like help on is seeing if I could get any help with that.
And from when Summer was mentioned a couple of minutes ago, from when B and I challenged each other to a you lose, you skeet, I did the
Mhm.
most evil thing I could do. So, you know how we collaborated with Summer back in May? There is one
Uh,
there is one part but you can hear it in her perspective, but there is one part to where got flustered by Summer after I poked fun at him because I was calling him a furry because he's I made him
mhm.
make a post on Twitter at the time we were on Twitter saying that he was gonna fuck Vaporeon, and I've been calling him a furry since then because it's funny to poke fun at him and to see his reaction whenever I do. And
The
from when Summer's like, stay here, B's face was red behind the screen. And
B
last
Man
time we did
or
a you lose, you skeet, he admitted he's a bottom for Summer. To be fair, I am too.
No, Oni's talking about B
I don't
major.
know. The one who's part of the campaign.
Buddies.
Okay.
Yeah, like you've met B.
He knows me.
Yeah, like you and B met each other. Like I want to say in the D&D campaign, unless if it was beforehand.
No, we met outside of like VC and stuff on through the buddies chat because he's always seen me pop in here and there having fun, like talking to you guys. And then as soon as we get into the VC, that it was like I believe the first one was during the campaign. I just cracked a bunch of jokes.
Yeah, which speaking of, do you want to know something funny? Because of the fact that the 21st is on a Sunday, I put in like a gif in the chat going, "Do you
Do you
remember
remember
the
the
21st night
21st
of
night of
September?"
September?
Like, it's honestly just. It would be so funny if I referenced that in session 21.
Ah, yes.
Dude, one of us has to reference that out of character. It'd be funny.
I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
You know for damn well sure I'll do it.
And Bandit is last but not least on the life story part on what life was like before being a content creator, how we started, and how it's changed our lives.
Uh, I've been a long time gamer. I would make the joke that I'm a gamer since I was born. With my first ever console being a Nintendo 64.
Oh, bro. I also grew up with a Nintendo 64. Like,
So
I I'm going to say this, I really wish I had the luxury of experiencing that.
I was a
A game
98
console
baby.
you could actually fix.
No shit. But over the years and everything, everything slowly started upgrading and everything and going older. My family or some way I would get a new-ish console, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I earned it myself.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things though was what started my content creation journey was actually when I started on an Xbox Series S, not S, Series S. The first newer Xboxes after the
Xbox
360s.
One.
Yeah. So I had started there with my content creation, and I used an old app that was mostly for Xboxes called Mixer. Uh,
Ah.
Rest in peace, Mixer. You should have gotten your shit fixed.
Yeah, like there were
Uh,
cases of sexual assault and the moderators didn't do shit about it, so they got legally shut down because of it.
there was sexual assault, sexual harassment, and they just didn't fix shit. And then finally, once it all came out, it shut down. And it's like, well, shit.
Now
Uh,
what?
you know, and being a solo streamer, and it's like, hey, I'm only console. How the fuck am I gonna start streaming again, right?
Hmm.
So when Twitch had finally came to the Xbox, I was iffy with it. So most of my content creation started on. I would say most of my content creation worked on TikTok.
Hmm.
Uh, I wasn't doing it for the fame, the glory, or any of that. My main purpose behind myself streaming, especially being a console streamer, is to show through the work that I do, what I post through TikTok, is that hey, even though that you're on a console, you're not having this high end fucking PC. You yourself can still compete with the guys out here who have like that those high graphics,
Hmm.
those fucking like ultimate fucking gaming
Which
PCs.
I will agree with that because I do plan on getting a uh, capture card because I don't want to like because I want to do a Final Fantasy series. I want to continue my like 13 Final Fantasy 13 series that I have going on. It's just the way that I'm doing it is I'm playing the first game on my PC, which I've already played to about like chapter 11. And what I'm doing is I'm going through the entire trilogy on through stream and then but I because of Final Fantasy 13 2 being a direct port from consoles onto PC, it's very buggy, if that makes sense. Because I've heard that from multiple people that Final Fantasy 13 2 has optimization issues. And for context, Final Fantasy 13 2, like the 13 series, is one of my favorite series from the entirety Final Fantasy games.
Nice. Never had the chance to play any of them.
Yeah.
For you, like, um, what's your favorite fighting like style for an RPG?
A lot of them.
Have you
But
played
RPG
DMC?
probably ESO. Which one?
Have you played DMC, like Devil May Cry?
No, I haven't.
You're missing out.
I know I
Yeah.
missed out on a lot of shit. Like I said, I
There.
live under a rock.
So, what RPG have you played?
Best way I can explain it is ESO. That's probably the only or any Elder Scrolls, Fallout, shit like that.
Mm,
Okay, so you've played the Bethesda RPGs,
Yeah.
um,
which, speaking of, with how you mentioned Fallout, one of the things that did catch me by surprise back in June was that Fallout was coming to Halloween Horror Nights, and from when we covered the event after the opening and after everything was confirmed, the Fallout house makes it the first Amazon collaboration that Halloween Horror Nights has done.
Huh.
mm.
Yeah, because it was based off of the Amazon show, which is based off of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm only one episode in so far on the show, but I do think that it's good so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've seen all of it. And they're supposed to, I thought, at some point release the
Season
new
2?
season or something. Yeah.
December.
That explains.
Do you guys remember when Fallout, the show hadn't been released, but people were seeing like a year before on the suits get a picture had gotten released to them?
Hmm.
Dude, I loved it, dude. I was freaking so stoked. The people like, nah, that can't be real. I'm like, no, yeah, that's fucking real. I don't know what the fuck you saying.
Yeah.
I think for me, on the other hand, whenever it comes to like movies and shows, I haven't been keeping up with them lately, and I'm still trying to figure out why. Because I, I really don't know why I don't keep up with movies anymore.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
there's some movies that I want to watch, but I'll say, oh, I'm gonna watch that when it comes out. Never do.
yeah, one of
Yeah,
my
the only
anticipated
thing that
movies for 2026 is the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is going to be a sequel to the 2023 movie.
Mhm. Now, whenever it comes to like game wise, you can tell for me the games that I stick like close to is Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda.
I'm right
Um,
there with you on Zelda.
I stick to a lot of RPGs because I grew up on those.
First person shooters is what I grew up on, like Call of Duty, Halo, stuff like that.
Yeah, same here.
And if like for my suggestion for like a Final Fantasy game to start out with, if you don't want to go like turn-based combat,
Yeah.
I would recommend Final Fantasy 16,
I mean,
the new
I'll
one.
probably give it a shot, turn-based combat, just because, like, if I liked Magic the Gathering, which is turn-based board
Mhm.
game, I think I could tolerate a turn-based, like, game.
There's a reason why I say 16 though, if you're not
Yeah.
like used to turn-based combat. If you like stylized kind of combat, Final Fantasy 16 will fit that. Because the thing about Final Fantasy, like the Final Fantasy series in general, is they're always about change. They're never going to stay to one formula, and that formula at all, if that's the case. Because from what I know, each Final Fantasy game has always changed. They have not stayed the same. The only
Now,
thing that they stayed the same on, like back in the Squaresoft era, was the turn-based, because during the time, they couldn't do all the uh, things that they can do now, which is
yeah.
action-based combat.
Question.
Now,
So, have you ever seen any of the, like, the animated, what was the one animated movie they made for Final Fantasy? I kind of liked it. Was it? I don't think it had to do
Final
anything with
Fantasy
the
Advent
show.
Children?
It could have been. It was something they're trying to gather spirits or some shit. Like, I don't fucking remember. It
Gathered
was good though.
Spirits.
I fucking remembered it. I'll look it up later.
Yeah, Advent
But I think it was
Children
like,
was the first Final Fantasy movie I thought of from when you mentioned a Final Fantasy movie.
Yeah,
I need to
the
look it up.
whenever it comes to like animated things for Final Fantasy, it's always Advent Children, Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood.
Yeah, this was something I think completely. I need to look it up, but I don't think it. From what I've been told by people who play the series or know more about it, it's not like exactly the same. I don't know.
Yeah, it's never really the same
Yeah.
because people like from what I know, the people who've been around since like the SquareSoft era, which was like back when Final Fantasy, like during that era was when when people say Final Fantasy was at its peak. Whenever I don't really agree because it still is, and it still has very successful games to this day. It's just people don't like the newer ones because they ditched the quote unquote ditched the turn-based style,
Yeah.
but they technically didn't because the way that they make their games is based on how the narrative of the story is, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's how they do their combat. They base it around how the narrative of the story is.
I'm surprised nobody reacted
Also,
to
it was called Spirits Within.
Yeah, I see it. I just have decided not to say anything. Else I'm having to entertain my ADHD because I'm not playing anything. So I have to watch videos in the background. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Now,
And
with
that Mom Said It's My Turn on the Xbox meme is funnier than any meme that you've seen.
Mhm. Now, whenever it comes to like my why I say this for like Final Fantasy, with Final Fantasy 16, it took like a very dark turn from the last games. Because with this one was set in like medieval times. Like back in those times. And the way that they went about it is the main character, of course. The way that they wrote the main character is by having him go through a ton of things. I'm not going to say because that would spoil a lot of things for people. And the way that Final Fantasy 15 goes about telling its story, it goes about telling the story at a slower pace at the beginning, and then it starts to pick up near the end.
Oh, I like that kind of stuff.
That's like one thing that Final Fantasy 15 failed to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because their pacing was terrible.
Remember for egg?
No.
What? Why not? Why not?
Family interruption again.
Yeah.
Don't you love me?
No. Just say no.
Did you build that
Just
all
to
by
get a
yourself?
reaction.
Just say I love you, but fuck you. Be fine.
Did you build that?
You mean y'all?
God damn it, Gracie.
Listen to the inner thoughts in your head.
But if I may continue on.
No. Yes.
Fuck you too, Retro.
Yeah, fuck you, Retro.
Over the years now that I've, done my content creation and everything, I will say for those who have seen my content, know from like a very long standpoint that I have improved a lot on my work. It's not perfect, like I said before, with those limited resources. But with those limited resources, I have actually improved a lot. If I just had like a little bit more, freedom with those limited resources, I think I would be a lot more
Like
successful.
PC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help but be a slight dick.
Whenever it comes to like,
I'm gonna get I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked for this later.
I'm surprised Retro didn't react to what I said.
I couldn't hear you. That's why. Say it again.
Wait until the episode's out, then you'll know what I said.
Yeah, there you go. So go ahead, Bandit, with my rude, bitchy interruption.
Yeah, you're a fucking hoe, you know it.
I know.
But
jeez.
when it came, like, if you go back and look at some of my older videos, compared to what I do now, you can see like the heavy improvement. And I'm not taking all the credit. It's those who have actually been there, giving me tips or giving me ideas, actually sticking around to watch the videos. And I know Retro don't watch them fully.
What?
What, bitch?
What you talking about?
But it's also having, other people, for example, Summer and Winter. Both of them have also been very influential with helping me with my content, and I'm even down the road considering a rebranding as well.
Rebranding wise, that's something I never plan on doing.
Well, you gotta think
Because
about 10th Bandit has officially been a thing since 2019 until
Yeah.
now. And I realize with all that going on, it might a change of pace, a new name and everything might not be that bad. You know, rebrand myself to something that more fits me.
Yeah.
I
What do you
honestly
think fits
don't
you
blame you
now?
for that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I
honestly
can
gonna wait
understand your
until
point.
October to publicly announce what my name change is going to be, and the reason onto why it is because I don't want to
Crazy.
do it exactly yet. Like, I do want to do the rest of the horror game season content for October, and then depending on how much memory space I have on my computer at the time, potentially do a 24-hour or 12-hour variety stream as a way to
Another
say
one?
goodbye to the current name that I have.
You
And
did
when
one like I don't. Whenever I was playing, I was streaming Punishing Gray Raven.
That was 2 months
Then
ago.
you gotta do.
That was whenever you made the comment. Why is Iris hot?
I mean, can you blame me, bro?
I can't, because I'm the same way.
Bro, 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 I. Nope, I'm not gonna finish the rest of that sentence.
Finish it.
No.
You already started. You gotta finish it.
I didn't know like what fictional character I was thinking of, bro.
Hey, so through my ADHD
Or-
moments,
I can
and
give
my
you context of what the character looks like if you guys want to know.
so I just kind of want to put this out here. Through my ADHD calming process, I found a video that says Nintendo now owns the game mechanics of summoning creatures to battle and writing them, and the ability to ride them in video games. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's what.
Don't understand how they own that, but okay.
There's the
They got the
character with
patents
that.
within the last month.
That's why
Somehow.
Nintendo has like been under a lot of controversy for continuing to sue Power
Yeah.
World.
Not only that, with the whole summoning thing, a
That's
lot of
basically just
different games.
against that world.
A lot of different games do that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So now they're all
it's
gonna
been
get
around
sued.
for. No, you can't. I just don't think they can do that. That's like okay.
No.
There's
Technically,
certain
they
there's
can't
certain
do that.
patents
They
that
can't
like
legally
okay
do that.
if it's already been around or it's already in use like the example like with names and trademarks. You can't claim a blue jay as a name because that's an animal's name. You can't. It already exists essentially as something else. So I can't remember what the particular term is.
Back on the topic of me like
Yeah.
pointing out Crazy's comment, the character's in the chat if you want to see the character. That's what she looks like. Her actual name though is Selena, not Iris.
Yeah, and from when we were like poking fun at each other, he guessed on the first try on which Send the Zone Zero character I'm down bad for. Which I'm not gonna
Nicole
say.
Tamara.
No.
I swear it was that. I said
It
her
was
name
not.
and you went silent.
It's not.
I will say, when it came to like my content creation, I will say a lot of it was the fans. Those who are actually sitting there watching and everything, you know, give me inspiration to keep my content creating. Uh, with everything to improve my own work with my edits and everything. And to me, you know, it's all about it's those who actually sit there, watch, comment, you know, those who are actually interacting with everything that I enjoy the most.
Mhm.
And you know, where are we without our fans? We
To be fair, I can understand that, and I'm trying to like make my channel like more interactive with the fans, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
Like,
this has been said countless times. It's not about the views, it's about the friends that you make along the way.
mhm. And that's why I like. I'm pretty sure you know this crazy, but I have like friends outside of the buddies that I
You have
hang out with a
friends? Just kidding.
lot. And the funny thing is, one of them, Norton, I'm not saying his actual name. I do know his real name, but I'm not saying it. uh, Norton, he is actually the one who incurred Norton and Liz. Those two were the ones who actually encouraged me to do this. Because I was actually on the fence about joining the buddies because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to continue with my music or anything like that until they said something about continuing with what I was going to do. Because I didn't tell them about like the offer that you gave me whenever you first brought it up to me. Crazy. Because I guarantee if I did, they would definitely be making the jokes that they are now,
I don't know
which
what type
is,
of jokes they make to be.
oh, you're abandoning us? No. If I were, I wouldn't be hanging out with you guys if that were the case. That's what
Yeah.
I keep saying to them.
Like, and a smart
And I
decision
wouldn't.
that I did make before I do my rebranding was that I did let my friends know ahead of time, being like, "Hey, as a heads up, this is what I'm changing my name to," and it's probably
There's
going
an
to be the
obvious.
week during
There,
Halloween after my final horror game season stream.
there is an obvious reason why he changed his name, though. Why he wants to.
Because it sounds similar to yours.
Mm-mm. Not Norton. Talking about you.
But
It's the fucking meme.
yeah, the meme gets referenced when I'm around, and it pisses me off when it happens. It is so
Crazy.
annoying. It is cringe.
Yeah, legit. I have actually seen it in the chat as well. Just crazy. And then they started. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, even I'm annoyed by it because my friends always annoy me with it. Every time I mention like something like crazy or something like that, it's just like, oh,
Yeah, if somebody like
we gotta
did
do.
that to me in person, and if it gets to the point to where it like breaks the straw, I'm beating the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I just
For,
do good at getting on Bandit's nerves. It doesn't take much.
for me, I
Alright, so note to self, do not piss off my adoptive dad.
Well,
I
it
do
really
it for
depends on what
fun.
you do.
For me, on the other hand, I do tend to get a little pissed off kind of easily, but not too easily. It's funny because I don't think any of you guys, I don't think Crazy has ever seen me piss off ever. only, only my friends have. They have. Crazy hasn't, not yet, and I
So
hope
we're
it
your
stays that
friends, but
way.
we haven't seen you do it yet, right? So are we not your friends then? No, just kidding.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
fucking with you.
But
I'm meaning like Liz and Norton and my other friends.
Yeah, like, they.
What were you saying, Bandit, though? Thought I heard you talk.
when it came to going back to streaming, the only reason why I like literally started streaming again, especially with B-Man and Retro, is because of them. B-Man and Retro are the ones that pretty much pull me to go stream and everything, go make jokes, go make content and everything. And, I not going to say names, but now I actually realize, from a different stream, how much a streamer or someone on the stream that interacts with the chat actually means to people and actually helps them get out of dark places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
And I remember
that's what I
Mitch,
want to
from
do.
behind the scenes, you were like poking fun at me saying that I goon the summer, which I don't.
that's bullshit. We all know it.
You don't know that shit, bro.
He's a
But
closeted goon. It's okay. We accept you.
I'm still trying to remember who you were down bad for whenever it came to Zenless, because I can't remember who I said.
So let Bandit finish what he was saying. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like,
Bandit was like saying something.
but
Because
actually made me,
for me, it's kind of obvious.
Bruh.
Sorry.
it
sitting
made
in
me fully,
timeout. Sorry.
it made me fully realize what it actually means for us to other people to brighten up their days. And it's not just interact with them on stream and everything and call it that. No, like with interacting with the people outside of streams too, you get to know a lot more.
Exactly.
And by getting to know those viewers more that interact, you learn a lot more stuff. And, how to equally bring everybody in and, just pretty much one big happy family, even though we make fun towards each other. And it's just, what I myself was told, what the individual was doing, and hearing them say that watching the stream made them feel so much better. It hit hard because you never expect someone's having a bad day, one of your viewers having a bad day, and they come to your stream and just all that pain that day goes away when they just watch you and have a laugh and they enjoy themselves watching, or they come in and interact and play the game with you.
Yeah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
to give like a demonstrational example, I did like let my from when my friends were checking on me just to see how things have been going from the past 2 weeks. Like, I started this month off with a false guideline strike, and I got pissed at YouTube for it. Ow, my ribs. And my appeal was rejected because I saw nothing wrong with it. So YouTube's moderation system is dog shit. And then as I tried to call SSI, they did not verify my ID properly. And as for what happened in the end, well, the day after, I figured out the hard way that most alcohol does not mix with caffeine. And I've lost a lot of sleep, and that turned me into a night owl. And
Yeah,
I've been
that's something I
questioning.
noticed.
Yeah, I have been questioning for a long time if I have insomnia or not, because I either have too little, too much, or just the right amount of sleep, no in between those. And I either have a normal sleeping schedule to where I am awake when the sun is up, or I am a night owl, and there's, again, no in between.
For me, it's kind of obvious whenever because of my medical condition. For those who don't know, I do have epilepsy. I kind of
Fun.
I have to be very strict on myself about when I go to bed. Because if I don't, then you can probably guess where that goes
I
from
never
there.
would have guessed that would have been a contributing factor, honestly.
The thing is, I don't know what causes it. Because usually it's flashing lights and all that for
Yeah,
epilepsy, right? Not for me.
that's interesting.
I've always noticed, like, whenever if one does happen, I'm always stressed out, I'm tired. It's one of those factors. Sometimes even both. That's why I try to, whenever it comes down to streaming, I try to keep it to a bare minimum of how much I can handle in that week. If you get where I'm going with that.
Yeah. And
Well, the main reason. Go ahead.
after Horror Games Season 2025 ends, I am considering the idea of going on a hiatus so that I can take a chill pill from making a shit ton of content and so that I can mentally prepare on moving rooms.
I think it's also good to know you don't have to push a bunch of content at once. Just doing a little bit at a time is okay too.
Yeah.
Like I
Mhm.
found for me, I feel like it's not that I'm doing a bunch at once, but the need to feel to upload daily or near daily is too much for me to handle. It takes the enjoyment out of it. So
Yeah, no,
I
like,
think it's just
that's not the way I want to have the approach of content creating. Like, when it comes to playing horror games around Halloween time, I usually eat good with the views, but I'm not too worried about, like, how much I get, because as long as those who watch my content enjoy what is offered, I'm happy with the content that I make.
For
makes
me,
sense.
on the other hand, I'm trying to figure out what works good for me. Because, like, I want to make sure that people know that I'm this kind of fan and I love these type of games, but I also want to appeal to other people as well. That's why I'm trying to go for games that are quite big.
Understandable.
Yeah.
For example, like say if seeing that Silk song came out, I I want to do that, but I haven't played Hollow Knight, so I need to play that first before Silk Song.
That way you can get a better understanding of the story. Which,
Hmm.
speaking of, I think that was covered in episode 21, or we might cover in episode 22. No, episode 21 sounds right.
Hmm.
The main reason why I still make content today, it's not just for me, but for those who are having a bad day.
Yeah.
For
On
those who need the inspiration or, are getting frustrated with the game. Something that can show them that, hey, it's still possible to play a game.
Like,
Yeah, especially because you use like clips where you may not have done particularly well, and you still make it look like it's something useful, like and good. Like I like that. That shows that hey, even a game that you guys are losing, the battle's lost. It's still you may that you've popped off on that, and it doesn't matter that you lost. You still did your best and all. For me, I have this all or nothing thinking that makes it hard for me to do what he does, and I definitely give him props for that.
and of course, like, I'm with Bandit on, like, the mind process of if someone's, like, having a bad day, like, and if their day is
Mhm.
better with the content they watch, that's always a good thing. And when it comes to anything that's comedy related, anything is funny with comedic timing. Like, for example, whenever I say watch this on a stream, and if I end up dying immediately after, it's comedic timing. that makes it
Mhm.
funny. And
I think I've had like multiple moments of that too, because I think on my first stream, which was featuring Rose,
and
uh,
and me, because we were both playing
and
Repo at the time.
you were on. It also had my friends on it too. Uh, what ended up happening after Crazy got off of Repo is I grabbed a grenade in the attic, right? I legit said while handing it to Rose, I'm so tempted to press E, which made the grenade go off. That backfired so quickly because Rose hit E and threw it back up there. And that clip now is called The Betrayal.
Yeah, like absolute cinema with bad timing. I was like, we're witnessing absolute cinema right here while Darius was surviving in Among Us from when we were having the community night at the time, and it immediately came to bite me in the ass, but it was funny.
Hell yeah.
And I think another one is like uh the uh the blind man. You were on the truck, right?
Yeah, like I
I
think
don't
it
think
was Liz
he.
that was going, "Shut up, he's gonna shoot you." I
No,
was,
no. It wasn't Liz because Liz doesn't have their PC right now. It was
okay.
one of my sister's friends, and well, one of them. They're not friends anymore. But the funny thing is they said shut up that they're gonna shoot you. What ended up happening is he shot the blind man shot Crazy in the truck.
After
And
I
we
said,
were
"No, he's
all
not."
laughing. We were all laughing because we knew it was gonna happen.
Did you hear
And
me say, "No, he's not" as it happened?
yeah, I did, and that's why we
Yes.
laughed. I
Oh,
tried to
dude, that was
get
so
that
funny.
specific part of like in the clip, but because I was doing it so fast on my phone, I couldn't get the exact clip.
Yeah, I got the exact
So
clip from my perspective, which I'm not gonna lie, that is no questions asked going to be a part of Funny Moments 2025.
I guarantee. And then there's another part in one of my streams. It was my Ace Combat stream where I was just going through the beginning part of the entirety of the stream, right? And next thing, one of my friends, Brave, he joined, and he's as soon as the character said dark blue, all he said was piss yellow. I read the comment, and I'm like, okay, I have to say it now. So, with me being who I am, I just took a deep breath and yelled out piss yellow.
And I quoted that.
But here's the funny thing. The context behind that is when Norton was playing Ace Combat for the first time, he legit said when he got to the end of the game, like when one of the characters say their dialogue, he legit said after that dialogue, piss yellow.
That's
And I'm like, okay. And it's funny because now that's just an ongoing joke between us. And I'm going to do the exact same thing once I get to that point in the game on hard mode. Because the entirety of this stream is supposed to be like my hard mode run. Because I've done like a normal run. This is a hard mode.
Yeah.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm getting kind of tired. I might go pass out for the night.
Okay.
You're all good. And if anything, we can call it an episode here if you guys want to.
Yeah, because I was gonna go back to my friends after this.
All right.
Alright, so
Anyway,
Morton, do you want to do the outro or can I do it?
I still don't know how it goes. And if I were, I would have to do my own little twist, but I'm really not good at freestyling things.
Ah. Right, it was
Though I
almost 2
do
hours on the dot. That's insane. Nevertheless,
I do want to say one thing real quick. Music wise, do whenever the end of November hits,
Is it as long as it's the 5th of
do
November?
keep in mind, do be on the lookout for an announcement from me.
Okay. Just make sure it's by the
Music-wise.
5th. You're missing an opportunity if you don't do it by the 5th of November. November, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot.
no nut November.
It has to be near the end because it wouldn't
Okay.
make sense
I got you.
for the announcement because it has something to do with the next month after November.
That makes sense. I'm just being a goof.
And whenever people do No Nut November, I usually fail it, so I'm doing non-stop November.
That's why I don't participate.
I don't blame you. And for real this time, thank you all for watching episode 22 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. We were joined by Morton, B-Man, Retro, Bandit, and myself, Jason, aka Crazy Fox 51. Again, that's going to be the last time I'm going by that username, depending on when the next episode comes out. And we will see you all in episode 23.